What's up, CEOs? It's your girl, Shamel. If you're watching this right now, then type replay because you're probably watching the replay. Let me make sure all is well with the sound and that all is well with the notifications. I'm trying to say here. The text, can you hear me? Sometimes when you type something, you're like, you know what I was trying to say. But anyway, let me introduce myself. I'm Shamel, and I started this group and the YouTube channel and the Auto Dealer Business School so that I could help beginner auto dealers to grow their business to six figures in a short period of time. Now, my claim to fame is in 90 days. And I think it's totally possible. So this video today was inspired by a strategy session. So if you're wondering, what's a strategy session? Well, that is where I give you 30 minutes of my time to go over your current business and how you've been running it and your goals, and then figure out what's the greatest plan for you to get where you want to go. All right, so who is with me? I see a couple of people popping in and out. So let me know who is watching. I hope I'm on the right group too. So this one was inspired by a strategy session. Honestly, a couple of strategy sessions, because it was like back to back, I kept getting the same question, which was, how do I monetize my license? Like, what are all the ways in which I can make money from my license? And then when I started to talk to when I was in the strategy session, what I realized, what they may be asking, what's up, Ramon? Good morning. Is, like, how do I stop the struggle, right? Like, what is the secret to stopping the struggle where it's kind of easy, everything is predictable, things are flowing, money is being made without much hustle with it, right? So what I wanted this video to be about was like, yeah, I can run down all these ways in which you can make money. But to be honest, I don't think that all of those ways are sustainable ways to make money. Like, I want to differentiate between the hustle and the business. Okay, so there are lots of different ways to hustle, but in my opinion, there's only one way to run the business. So I'm not, I'm not talking from a high place. I tried it all because I was like, I got this dealer's license. I got overhead to pay. What are all the things that I can do to, make that happen? So, of course, I try auto brokering, which I still do from time to time when I don't have a vehicle in inventory, and I have a trusted customer. Okay, so of course there was auto brokering, which, if you're not aware, is basically buying a car for a customer. So it's, you don't have the car in your inventory. You basically go find the car, they tell you what they want. And then you're like, I got you, right? So I tried auto brokering. I also was interested in title lending because I realized that as a licensed dealer in Georgia, you can also have like a title loan spot, right? But then that's a whole system. Right. So I think the common theme to everything that I tried was, it's all a system. It all requires a system. Anything will work with the right system. Okay. So you have to decide, just like I had to decide, what does success look like? Like, what does it look like when I'm where I want to be? What's up, Reginald? Like, how many cars, how much money am I making? Because, it always starts there because, we're trying to live our best life out here, right? So it's how much money am I making? And then working backwards from there. So to make that amount of money, what do I need to do? How many cars I need to sell, etc. Okay. So after like throwing a whole bunch of stuff at the wall and hoping something stuck, I settled on, I tried out a couple of things with financing, and I settled on the model that I currently share and help auto dealers through in the Accelerator program. Okay. So what that model is, for fast growth now. Okay. So I call us beginner auto dealers because we're not starting with a huge budget of like 150K or more. Right. So because we're not starting in that part of the game, then our part of the game, in my opinion, has to look like this. It's cash cars, okay? And it's financing. It's cash cars and it's financing. All right. So how to monetize your license. Yay. What's up? How to monetize your license, in my opinion, the best way to do that is to have inventory to sell, and to have inventory that will sell quickly, like cash cars. Cash cars are the best for our business and monetizing our license, because even if it's not perfect, it'll sell. There are a couple of things that you definitely want to make sure that your deal has, so that it is a good deal for both of you, right? But cash cars, people need those cars. Like, even if you got a bad deal, you're still gonna sell that car, right? So it is the best way to monetize your license, in my opinion. So do you have any questions right now? Because I know I feel like I want to have this whole list, but I think as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize that the best plans are focus plans. The best plans are consider one thing at a time. Okay, it's very simple. The best plans are simple. Okay, and so simply put, the best plan to monetize your dealer's license is with cash cars and financing. So, any questions about cash cars and financing? Now, when I talk about financing, I am talking about in-house financing, which is better known as buy here, pay here. And I'm talking about third-party financing, which is, you connect with the lender and then they approve your people, and then they send you the money for the deal, right? What you worked out. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, is cash cars and financing. And financing has two parts, in-house and third party. All right, that, in my opinion, is the best way to monetize your dealer's license. It requires a system just like every other, way to make money. So if I'm trying to separate the hustle from the business. And that was my own journey in the beginning too, because I will do whatever I need to do to get things done. I will go all in, but I had to stop and take a really good look at how I was running my life, so to speak. And I realized that I wanted something more stable, more solid, more predictable, more long-term, something that I could build on, something that was buildable, right? And a hustle is very rarely buildable because it requires your time, attention, and, resources. There's no system connected to it. So it's all about the system. And what I mean by system is the way in which you're running, the way in which you are bringing the money in. And is that way, predictable? I know I keep saying that word, but that's the word of the day, right? Predictability. So is it predictable? A system requires marketing, right? Like, you could be the greatest auto broker in the world, but what that requires is marketing and advertising and understanding that. And then also understanding what systems are needed to run that business, to set proper expectations for your customers, to have an excellent product, to get products, and product here is cars. Okay. So I'm talking in general in business, because sometimes when I talk in general in business, it helps me to see my business better. Cause it's like, I don't have a car business necessarily. I have a business that sells a product, and my product is used cars. Okay. And so putting it in that perspective for me helps me to, kind of get out of my own way and see what my business really needs. Okay. So if you want to run a business and you want to run a successful business and you want to monetize your dealer's license in the process, then in my opinion, the plan for you is cash cars and finance cars and financing and adding financing to your business. All right. So any questions? I mean, y'all are real quiet. Tariq, what's up? I'm kind of feeling like mic drop moment. Like that's the end, so I'm gonna need some questions to make sure that I give you what you need in this moment. Okay. In this video. Because it seems very straightforward for me. But if it's not straightforward, let me know, okay, through your questions. What was I gonna say while I was waiting for questions? I was talking about the plan, monetizing your license, not hustling, building a system. Did you ever sell auction access with your business? I personally did not do that. So for me, that was, I don't know, it was a little too unpredictable. Okay. Like I said, the word of the day is predictability. Zaire. So I know, what's up? I ain't seen you in a minute. But I know people do that. This is a public video, so I have to go on record to say that, despite my efforts to open the eyes of the powers that be to the fact that, this could be a great intro program for auto dealers, having established auto dealers to connect with, beginner people who want to get into the business. Okay, basically what I'm saying is helping people to sell cars by providing them auction access. Despite my efforts, the powers that be are still very adamant about that not being a thing to do. Okay. And their stance is they cannot ensure that the public is protected. Like it's harder for them to protect people from fraud that way, because as a licensed dealer, you go through the compliance stuff and you understand what's right and wrong. But a lot of times when people do offer auction access to other people, then they don't take them through the same kind of training. And then also the people who are on in a program like that sometimes don't really care about compliance because they're trying to do what they got to do. Okay. So that is, that's the full story on that. So any other questions about monetizing your dealer's license? That was a good question though. And I can't go on record to say, I say you should do that, but all I'm saying is, create more of a team, create more of a, a team to that supports your business instead of just having one-off, people doing their own thing. Okay. That would be, what I would say about that. Any other questions? Monetizing your license. Come on now. I know there's some other questions. Probably not. That's probably the biggest question, huh? So now I have to say this. Like I said, okay, you're welcome. I'm glad to answer your question, but I understand you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. But all I'm saying is just, create more of a team. Try to have more of a, training meetings and, checks and balances, etc. Okay. So yeah. What I want to say is this, over the years, in working with different auto dealers, I have established 3 different programs. What's up, Joe? 3 different programs for the Auto Dealer Business School. All of the programs are based on systematizing how you make your money selling cars. Okay. Systems is another word of the day, or systematize. Part of something being predictable is that is running on a schedule, so to speak, is running in the same way every time. So what way is that? Well, in the Auto Dealer Accelerator, I go through what that system is for you buying and selling cars, also for you running your office, and then also for you polishing up your image so that you can attract more leads and also fly under the radar of, the powers that be. Okay. So that is the system that helps you to build your dream dealership. And in my opinion, a dream dealership is a dealership that each and every month I know what the dealership is making, and I know how it's running from day to day. And there are very few surprises or very few fires, and also very little time required from me, right? That is my opinion of what a dream dealership looks like. It sells great cars. Everybody's happy. It runs very well. Okay. So, in the accelerator is where I show you the system to sell your cash cars and to sell them for high profit and to sell them quickly and to finance them and to handle all the things in your business so that you're not waking up in the middle of the night in a panic because you're like, oh my God, did I forget something? Or is something falling through the cracks? Or, is something going on and I don't know? And then also being able to look like a legitimate business. Part of polishing your presence is legitimizing your business and looking legitimate so that you can tell your grandma and she could be proud, right? She can say, my baby got a dealership, right? So that's what I do in the accelerator. And then there's another program that I'm calling now. I've called it a couple of names, but what I think it really is the 6-figure car sales program, because it really is like laser focused on the sales process and selling cars and your how to pick the cars and how to buy right and all the things to do to get them ready and all the things to do to market it online for the best price and to attract the best customer the fastest, and going through some finance information as well, because financing is just very crucial for your business. So you got to know about financing. So we go through that in 6-figure car sales for auto dealers. And then, of course, if you're not licensed, you need to join drama-free licensing. So I finally put together a program comparison page for Auto Dealer Business School that lists some details about each of the programs. And I will put that in the description so that you can learn more about it and get on board with what you need to make, to build your dream dealership, to make it do what it do. It's time to really stop playing. I don't want to say it like that, but it's like, I know what you want to achieve here. I know what you want to do. I know how you want it to look. I know what kind of lifestyle you want, because that's the same kind of lifestyle I wanted and the same goals that I had for myself. So, I'm giving you a plan that I have used to run my business previously, and I'm using to build my new dream dealership, which will be opening soon. And stay tuned for behind the scenes on how that happens and how it's going, because I think it's important to show, all the things so that you know that it's possible to do. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. So any more questions? I kind of feel like, I don't know. I'm hoping that I gave you what you needed in this video, because I'm kind of feeling like, that ain't what you need to do. What you need to do is, that's kind of how that's the energy I'm feeling right now. But I want to make sure you got your questions answered. If you want to talk more about like the best strategy for you, then definitely schedule a strategy session. I am still doing strategy sessions until further notice. Like, I don't know how long they will be in the works, but I'm definitely still doing strategy sessions. So you can get on the calendar online and schedule a strategy session. All right, Reginald, do you have any government clients? Okay, what you mean by that? Like selling to agencies? Let me know. Okay, Joe, you're welcome. So this was helpful. Was this helpful, y'all? Is this helpful, y'all? I need some feedback today. I'm not feeling like this was like mind blowing. Like it was an aha moment. I'm feeling like this was, like I've been telling you that this is what you need to do. Okay, it was very helpful. That's good. That's good. All right. So yeah, Reginald, what do you mean by government clients? Let me know what you mean. I guess selling to like agencies is, okay. You said yes. Selling to agencies. I don't have any government clients now, but I am working on a program for that. Well, it's not really a program, but I'm working to include that in my new dealership. So definitely stay tuned, because I am, like I said, when I think about business in general, outside of me selling cars, I think about what makes businesses great. And one of the things that makes some businesses great, of course, revenue. And one of the ways they bring in revenue is by having corporate clients or government contracts, right? And so if that's the case, then I need to look at how do I have government contracts in my business as well. And so I already have a lead that I'm working so that I can have that consistent client, which really means consistent income for my business that sells used cars, right? So definitely stay tuned for more information on that. I'm not sure if everything will be solidified for the behind the scenes of building the dream dealership, but I definitely will, let you know how it goes and what it looks like. So are you thinking about having government clients, Reginald? Do you have government clients? Like, that's a great conversation to have, for real. Because to be honest, y'all, there are a lot of opportunities for government contracts. I want to say, like, I'm hesitating because I'm like, I don't know if it's necessarily contracts or, what exactly the relationship is, but there are opportunities like that exist, even for used car dealers. I know usually those kind of things are most popular with new car dealers, but there are definitely some opportunities for used car dealers. So yeah, Reginald, let me know if you got some government clients. Is that something you're thinking about? Something you're doing now? Like, let me know. So I think I am trying to keep these videos a little light. So I think I am running kind of into the time where it's time to say goodbye, but hopefully this was helpful. If you want to know about anything else, then, put in the comments, like what the next video, what topic for the next video would be helpful. Okay. Cause that helps me. I kind of just draw inspiration from, strategy sessions, really, on like what kind of questions I'm getting. Because if they have that question, if I had that question at one time, then it's probably a good video topic. What do you think of charging to take people to the auction? So that's basically like auto brokering. And I talk a lot about that in the auto brokering part of the 6-figure car sales. I personally don't think it's a good idea to take people to the auction, because just like you were overwhelmed when you went to the auction for the first time and it was hard to focus, that is exactly what it'll be for your customer. Okay. And what I mean by overwhelmed and hard to focus is looking at all them hundreds of thousands or thousands of cars and seeing every car that you ever wanted to buy and being distracted, like, oh my God, like this is so awesome. Yeah, you have to deal with that energy with your client. And it's hard to get them to focus on picking one thing. And in general, in my opinion, people are not decisive. In my opinion, in general, people have a hard time being decisive, especially when given like 100 options. It's hard to get them to focus. So that is, in my opinion, not the best system to have for your business. Okay. All right. So yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. Like I said, I'm going to put the link to the programs in this video, also the link to the strategy sessions. And yeah, like always, I am praying for your success. All right. So enjoy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.